Compound value equivalent to 121 rands a coin. The present cost range 198 126. The earlier day close 114. The change was plus 7 plus 0.63%. Reverse rate ZAR to comp. Compound cost expectation for September 2024. In the first place, cost at 96 rands. Exorbitant cost 196, while low cost 876. Found the middle value of cost 1003. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 942. Change for September 14.1%. Compound figure for October 2024. Initially cost at 942 rands. Excessive cost 170, while low cost 942. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1037. Compound cost figure toward the month's end 193. Change for October 16%. Compound cost expectation for November 2024. Initially cost at 193 rands. Excessive cost 193, while low cost 920. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 124. Compound cost figure toward the month's end 989. Change for November 95%. Compound gauge for December 2024. To start with cost at 989 rands. Exorbitant cost 102.27, while low cost 989. They found the middle value of cost 1088. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 147. Change for December 16%. Compound cost expectation for January 2025. To start with cost at 147 rands. Exorbitant cost 131, while low cost 147. They found the middle value of cost 1217. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1.244. Change for January 85%. Compound conjecture for February 2025. At the outset cost at 1.244 rands. Excessive cost 1.306, while low cost 1.136. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.227. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1.221. Change for February 18%. Compound cost expectation for Walk 2025. At the outset cost at 1.221 rands. Excessive cost 1.515, while low cost 1.221. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.343. Compound cost estimate toward the month's end 1.416. Change for spring 16%. Compound estimate for April 2025. First and foremost cost at 1.4 at 16 rands. Exorbitant cost 1.540, while low cost 1.338. They found the middle value of cost 1.433. Compound cost estimate toward the month's end 1.439. Change for April 16%. Compound cost expectation for May 2025. At the outset cost at 1.439 rands. Excessive cost 1.738, while low cost 1.439. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.560. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1.624. Change for May 12.9%. Compound gauge for June 2025. In the first place cost at 1.1624 rands. Exorbitant cost 2016, while low cost 1.1624. They found the middle value of cost 1.787. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 1.884. Change for June 16%. Compound cost expectation for July 2025. In the first place cost at 1.884 rands. Exorbitant cost 1.884, while low cost 1.556. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.749. Compound cost figure toward the month's end 1.673. Change for July 11.2%. Compound figure for August 2025. Initially cost at 1.673 rands. Excessive cost 1.673, while low cost 1.452. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.590. Compound cost figure toward the month's end 1.561. Change for August 6.7%. Compound cost expectation for September 2025. Initially cost at 1.561 rands. Excessive cost 1.563, while low cost 1.359. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1.486. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 1.461. Change for September 6.4%. Compound gauge for October 2025. To start with, cost at 1,461 rands. Exorbitant cost 1,489, while low cost 1,295. They found the middle value of cost 1,409. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 1,392. Change for October 47%. Compound cost expectation for November 2025. To start with, cost at 1,392 rands. Exorbitant cost 1,728, while low cost 1,392. They found the middle value of cost 1,532. Compound cost gauge toward the month's end 1,615. Change for November 16%. Compound conjecture for December 2025. At the outset, cost at 1,615 rands. Excessive cost 1,756, while low cost 1,526. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,635. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1,641. Change for December 16%. Compound cost expectation for January 2026. At the outset, cost at 1,641 rands. Excessive cost 1,784, while low cost 1,550. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,661. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1,667. Change for January 16%. Compound conjecture for February 2026. Before all else, cost at 1,667 rands. Excessive cost 1,667, while low cost 1,356. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,537. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1,458. Change for February 5%. Compound cost expectation for Walk 2026. Before all else, cost at 1,458 rands. Excessive cost 1,809, while low cost 1,458. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,604. Compound cost figure toward the month's end 1,691. Change for spring 16%. Compound figure for April 2026. Before all else, cost at 1,691 rands. Excessive cost 1,838, while low cost 1,598. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,711. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1,718. Change for April 16%. Compound cost expectation for May 2026. At the outset, cost at 1,718 rands. Excessive cost 2,133, while low cost 1,718. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,891. Compound cost conjecture toward the month's end 1993. Change for May 16%. Compound gauge for June 2026. To start with, cost at 1993 rands. Exorbitant cost 2,167, while low cost 1,883. They found the middle value of cost 2017.